Welcome everybody, and today we're taking a look at the fifth film in the Adventure Calls Carl May at CCC box set from Eureka as part of their Masters of Cinema line, and it is 1965's In the Kingdom of the Silver Lion. So this is once again directed by Franz Josef Gottlieb, who did the previous film in this box set. Once again, an adventure film, clocks in at 95 minutes long. And once again, Lex Barker, Marie Vicini, Ralph Walter, Dieter Borsch, Chris Howland, Gustavo Rojo, Andy Audier, and Nana Dogvik all return from one or more previous films in this box set. Joining them, you also have Sieghart Rupp, who was in A Fistful of Dollars. So Kara Ben Nemzi, friends and rescuers set out to free a young relative of the guardian of the Chaldeans' treasure, who is being held hostage to seize the immense treasure that they hold. So this is the third and final film to feature the character Kara Ben Nemzi, and although this is the shortest of the three and had the potential to be the best of them due to that and its premise, this ultimately settles into the same routine as the prior two. So we have humour that mostly doesn't work, a plot that isn't overly engaging, inconsistent pacing, and though there are a couple of solid fight scenes, one of which involves two of the characters having a sword fight, which is quite entertaining, and then another two characters also have a fight on this pulley system that has these two big, carts on them or whatever you want to call them that are about 40 feet off the ground, and the fighting across both of those as well. So both of those are quite entertaining, but nonetheless, the rest of the action isn't as entertaining as it is just about 30 or 40 people just shooting at each other. No explosions, no big sieges or massive battles or anything like that that we've seen in prior films in this box set. So, yeah, that aspect of it isn't all that good. Thankfully, though, the cast is still good. The score and locales are definitely better than the second entry in this trilogy, as the score is more rousing and the locales definitely look more interesting. The cinematography is on point, and some of the character interactions are well executed. But yeah, just like the prior two films, this is all potential and not particularly great execution, unfortunately. So yeah, this trilogy of Cara Ben Nemzi films has been really, really underwhelming, unfortunately. And compared to the two films that started this box set off with, which were either saying something thematically or entertaining or a mix of both, this just doesn't really have much of either of those things going on. And yeah, on the whole, just yeah, doesn't engage me in the same kind of way as those first two films did, which is a real shame because it definitely has potential. You know, I've seen stuff from the director before, or the director of the first film in this trilogy that I've enjoyed. The cast have been in good stuff before, but for whatever reason, it just lacks that spark, that bit of magic that has made the first two at the least really rather good, or prior films in previous West German box sets that we've had from Eureka as good as they have been. So, yeah, ultimately it's going to get 3 out of 5 just like the two prior films. Not sure why this hasn't had a film. Is it the only film in this box set to have a film disc on its own? Whether or not there was supposed to be another film going along with this or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, it really doesn't deserve a disc of its own. I'd certainly say that sort of old Chatterhand would have deserved that. Would have deserved that a lot more, quite frankly. So yeah, we do have a couple of extras with this release as well. We have an archival restoration featurette, an original theatrical trailer, and then we also have Heroes on Horseback, a new interview with producer Alice Broner, who is managing director of CCC Film and daughter of CCC founder Arthur Broner. And then we also have Prodigal Son, a new interview with film historian Sheldon Hall on the life and career of Robert Siodmak. Not sure why that's on this disc because obviously he didn't direct this one. It would have been more relevant to have that on the either on the next disc, which he did direct both of those films, or on the previous one where he directed one of the two. So yeah, but regardless, yeah, decent amount of extras there, but yeah, nothing particularly great in terms of the film, unfortunately. So hopefully the next two and final films make up for this unfortunate trilogy, which has been really underwhelming. I'm not going to say for one moment it's awful. There's certainly elements to it that work, but I think if you'd have put all those positive elements in just one, say 2 hour film, you would have had a really, really good effort. But with it spread out across three, featuring the same characters, so obviously I can compare all three together. Yeah, it just doesn't work. Definitely feels like this third and final film, for instance, which was obviously released only in the same year as the second film, only slightly later in the year. It feels like it's just been filmed because he had the time, to be honest, because it doesn't have a great deal of production value. Like I said, there isn't a huge amount of action here that is entertaining, and yeah, it just feels like an afterthought more than you know, a film that they wanted to really make. So yeah, but we're still in the next film we have to look forward to is The Treasure of the Aztecs, which is on the same disc as The Pyramid of the Sun God. So hopefully those two make up for this trilogy, which has been decent but ultimately underwhelming compared to the first two. So yeah, but nonetheless, if you have seen In the Kingdom of the Silver Line before, let's hear your thoughts on it. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.